Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. I haven't done anything except for I tested this out and it really works well. And honestly, I don't really need this pipe here. I had it hooked up a little differently. Right now, the orange output's on the right. So if I have copper in here and I happen to get a piece of gold, um, they'll they'll both go into this machine. The only problem is, as you can see, it's really actually good that happened right now. When you pulverize cobblestone, you get sand, but also you get some gravel as a byproduct. So once this furnace empties, the gravel is going to go in there automatically. So that's kind of an issue, but if you're, aware that it will happen, it's not that big of a deal. I am right now gonna. Uh-oh. I just slept, and apparently he saw me before. Please don't blow up in my house. I'm glad I saw him because that would have been really bad. I would have been so upset. Uh-oh. Okay. I would have lost all my XP and everything because I don't have armor on as usual. Alright, what was I saying? I need to pulverize some obsidian. I already got it. You can pulverize obsidian, it turns into dust, and I'm going to need I need glass for something as well. What I want to do first of all is I need to make a pump, and since we have a ton of iron, that's what we're going to do. I probably should explain this. That's what I was doing. Basically, iron pipes are one-way pipes. The clear side is the output. So if something comes out of the induction smelter, like slag, it has a random chance of going either way. If it goes to the left, then it hits the iron pipe and it has to go this way. So basically, anything that comes out of the bottom of this, if I choose to, will go down the row and then down into the chest. The same with everything that comes out of the powered furnace or induction smelter. You make the iron pipe just like all your other Buildcraft pipes. It's glass in the middle and then whatever you have on the outside. So you got iron, gold, sandstone, diamond, obsidian, etc. And that wrench that I showed you, if you actually right click on the pipe, it'll change the output. You can also do that, I believe, with a redstone signal, be it a switch or the actual redstone itself, or a torch. So I need to cook up some aluminum if that glass is done. And actually, I think that I may have. I don't remember if that pulverized or not. But anyway, so I want to send the mining turtle down. Let me grab a couple pieces of coke. I want to send the mining turtle down, and hopefully the lava is just right here. If it is, that's going to be really good for us. So I'll just block that off, and I want to actually put him up here. So he's going to go all the way to bedrock, which means he'll just... Oh, whoops. I forgot to refuel him. You gonna keep going? Man, these turtles are finicky now. Alright, I guess I'll do this. This is what I meant to do in the first place, but I forgot. So he's going to go all the way down to bedrock, and he will destroy a few lava source blocks, but I'm not really that worried about it. So we've got some lead in here, and I think that I need some sand. No, I don't. Sorry. I thought we had lead in here. I already got it. Man, scatterbrain. Jeez. If we take our pulverized obsidian, I'm going to wait for one more. Even though we only have 14 lead, hopefully I don't need it for anything else. We put it in our induction smelter, it's going to give us hardened glass. And if we take copper... Well, I'll take 8 of them, since we're not going to be making any more peat-fired engines. This is all going to go into the chest. Okay. So if we take our hardened glass and put it in our grid, we get liquiduct. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know where we're going to put the stuff. I just wanted to see if it was actually under there and then get it pumping. It looks like he actually found some stuff, so... And it looks like it is straight down. So we're going to put the pump right there. Probably run it with a few, I usually do it with a few redstone engines. The peat engines will overheat. I could do it with a magmatic, I suppose. That would work. So we've got our liquiduct. We need to make our... Let's pull that out of there. And cinnabar, I don't believe, will actually pulverize, but it will smelt into quicksilver. So what am I thinking? We need tin. And probably iron too. Bunch of iron actually. Redstone. Got wood in inventory. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to make a few pistons. Actually, probably need to make a bunch of them, but we'll just start with a few. And these are just regular old vanilla pistons. I think, let's do one more. And I think I already have a redstone engine. Oh, I have 2 of them. Okay, cool. That'll get me started. I don't even need to make all of this. So I want to make the magmatic engine, which I did a tutorial on a while back. These things run on lava. They don't overheat if they're hooked up to conductive pipe. And they give 4 MJ once they're heated up. So that's pretty awesome. I've got my tin and silver. I'm going to need tin gears, so probably going to run out of wood for this. We'll see. Yep. Probably wouldn't hurt to set up a tree farm, but I have so many out here I just run out whenever I need them. Since the redstone axe, not redstone, the ruby axe does such a great job of chopping things down. And the sickle also. So I'm recording this episode a couple days ahead of time. I talked to the other Aaron, and he was talking about recording one Sunday, which if you're watching this, it'll probably Saturday, so probably tomorrow, potentially. We could have a joint episode, so we'll see how that goes. And like I said at the end of the last episode, let us know what you think, because we are talking about actually doing a series together. Let me do one more. You basically get 1 gear for 4 sticks, so it's really easy to count them. I think I have to do cobble next. And cobblestone and wooden gears are really easy to make. Now, the thing about the magmatic engine, it takes 10 gears, but you also have to put the 3 tin at the top. So you don't want to... we'll just make 2 for now. Tin is, excuse me, tin is kind of short supply at the moment. So I don't want to waste it all on this. Not that it would be a waste necessarily, but you know what I mean. And I think I also need to make an iron gear. When you get into making these gears, it can get really, you really lose track of what you're doing. Okay, so first things first, we'll do the magmatic engines. And what did I do wrong? Oh, I have to make that thing. I know what I did. The conduction coil thing. And I'm going to need 2 of those. The other good thing about the project table is when you're crafting and you have so much stuff in here, it can really be a pain because you run out of inventory space so quickly. Alright, so those go here. Where'd my pistons go? 10 gears. 2 magmatic engines. Hopefully liquiducts connect to these. I didn't test that. So, hopefully that's a thing. I need to make one of these hammers, which is iron, silver. That's not a problem, since I have that stuff on me. You used to be able to use this wrench to interact with liquiducts, but in the update, you now have to use the crescent hammer. Alright, so the mining well is like this, and this is, you have to put the mining well with the tank to make the pump. The mining well essentially does what that turtle just did. You place it, you give it power, you can give it MJ, or you can put redstone engines on it, and it just basically bores a hole straight down. So I used the turtle for that when I could have used the mining well just as easily, but I would have had to give it, some sort of power. So let's do this. Let's get our redstone engines, and I can make 2 more of these. Let me go throw all the ores in here. Anything else? Not at the present time. I'm kind of considering going ahead and making a tank. To hold all this. What are those, railcraft tanks? I really like those. So I'm going to put this actually up a block. And I got my redstone engines. So let's put them like this. And then we can actually, I don't know if you can put a switch on leaves. No, you cannot. But you can put a dirt block or a wood block or something in between them. And then it powers both of them. So you see, if there's liquid below the pump, it actually will just start extending to suck up whatever liquid is down there. And while it's doing that, since it's going to take a minute, we can just go down and check it out. And I'll have some bread on the way down. The ladder sound still really creeps me out. Hopefully there aren't any guys down here. Okay, so it's right here, which is actually about as close as I could have gotten. And it looks like that's a deep one, so that's good. The way the pumps work, if it takes the source blocks from a radius, and let's say that this was a one block deep thing, and all the rest of them were 2 blocks, like say that the pump came down on this block right here. Once it sucked all the lava from this level, it wouldn't get to any of the lava below it unless I broke the block. And when we go to the nether, you're going to see this because I like to suck the nether dry. So it does take that thing a minute to get down here. As an alternative, when we get to the top, I'll show you. I don't want to go to my recipe book down there because there are a couple of dark caves, and I don't want something to spawn and blow me up or shoot me while I'm looking at the recipe. The redstone engine, since they do take a few minutes to heat up, they don't pump a lot of liquid at the beginning. I usually put 3 or 4 on these things, and once I've done that, it's pretty okay. So the liquiduct, I'll tell you what we can do for demonstration purposes. I'll just go ahead and make, you know what, here's what we should do. There's actually a portable tank in thermal expansion, hardened glass, and tin, and I think we might have enough to make it. So I want to make a couple of those because, oh, sweet, I'm going to make 4 of them. How much tin do we have? Where did it go? I think I can spare that. That'll still give me enough to make another magmatic engine. So, yeah, we're going to do this. Wait a minute, it went like that, huh? Oh, beautiful. They don't stack, apparently. That's okay. But if you put this thing down and put liquid in it, then it maintains the liquid, so you don't have to lose your liquid. If you put one of those other tanks, I think it's a Buildcraft tank, like I made with the mining well, if you put it down, you can fill it up, and if you break it, it's gone. So that's a problem. But I totally forgot about these. I'm pretty excited that I remembered. You can pick them up in sections. You can pick them all up. They join automatically. So let's put our liquiduct. It looks like it connected. But it didn't connect to the tank. Let me whack this with my wrench. If I shift right click, it picks it up. Same way with these liquiducts. If you shift right click, it'll knock them off. So I don't know why that's not connecting. None of them connect. I don't understand. Maybe it did and it's just not showing it to me. No, it didn't. It didn't connect, but lava is flowing through there. You see it. Let me make one of those other tanks because I'm pretty sure it connects to that. I saw Malkuth did a tutorial on the liquiducts and it worked for him. See, that connects right up. Okay, so it looks like these tanks, the portable tank, will only accept liquid from the top or bottom, which is not an issue. So let's do this. I've got a few of these. See, there we go. There's a connection. How about that? So if I wrench this one, I always forget which way that goes. I did it before without a redstone signal, although the wiki said something about it. So before we figure that out very quickly, if you've already got liquid in a pipe, which unfortunately we don't at the moment, there we go. If you put a pipe next to it, it doesn't automatically connect. So you can actually run water right next to lava in the same pipe if you want to. Alright, so let's just put a thing next to this thing. Nothing? Okay. There we go. So this is the source. That walking on grass is really freaking me out. So I can set this up like that, and actually all I want to do is I want to drain this tank because I don't want to lose the lava. So it doesn't actually, apparently it didn't really need a redstone signal, or maybe it kept the signal for a minute, I don't know. But anyway, there we go, portable tank. And now that I have figured out that you can only input on the top, if we set our next one down right here, just run our liquiduct. I right-clicked that one and they connected, since they don't connect by default. So I can pick all these up, and we're going to lose this tank. Or, no, we get to keep the tank. We just lose whatever's inside. So we can use this tank for something else. But right now, we've got these portable tanks, and I want to say they hold 8 buckets of lava-ish. And the magmatic engines hold 4. They hold half, so one tank will power 2 magmatic engines. So I'm going to sleep real quickly. We'll set these up, and then see. Those are about done anyway. I'm just going to kill these. I can get my extra stuff off of there. So let's we've only got 2, obviously. You see how that one connected. I think you can use the Buildcraft wrench also. You can. But on the pipes and these, you have to use the crescent hammer, to my knowledge. So let's put our liquiducts on here. And I'm just going to put the portable tank down. And then I'm going to give it a redstone signal because it really doesn't like me today. I feel like I did this before and it didn't need a redstone signal. So these things, similarly, they have a redstone thing just like the other thermal expansion machines. I just leave them on by default because as long as they have lava, they can run. That's fine with me since they have to heat up. And typically I have a ton of lava. So you see the heat, you see how much power it's outputting. And now if you watch these, we don't really have anything in there right now. Let me get the rest of that pulverized obsidian. And you see how much faster these things actually work when they run on 4MJ instead of just, well, I got a total of 8, but they run so much faster when they have all the power that they need, obviously. But I really like these engines. Like I said, they don't blow up. If you have them hooked up to a pump like I do those redstone engines, then they can overheat, but they don't blow up. They just shut down. So this isn't my long-term solution. I just remembered that there's a portable tank, and I thought we ought to try them out. So that was basically a little preview of or overview, I guess, of the liquiduct and the portable tank and the magmatic engine. So if I leave this set up, I can just pop this thing down and put the next one in its place, and then it's just gonna pump it as it can go. The lava, you see this, 4,000, I think that means millibuckets, so it's 4 buckets. Whoa, I didn't want to do that. And this thing, like we saw, damn it. I guess I can't right click that, but it was holding about 8,000 millibuckets, so 8 buckets in a portable tank, 4 buckets per magmatic engine. And it is notable that you cannot fill these things with cells or cans. You have to use a bucket or you have to pipe it in. And I really love the liquiducts because they hold more liquid than a golden waterproof pipe, and I think they move it faster. You don't have to put a redstone engine on them. You just have to give it a signal, and then you're all set. Love them. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. They're also really good for steam, apparently. I haven't tried it, but that's what Malkuth has been ranting and raving about. So I may try that in the future. I haven't really been a fan of steam power as far as the boiler goes. So I'm going to have a couple of days to do some mining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a bunch of iron, and then we'll make a rolling machine and we'll power it with those magmatic engines. It should actually, uh-oh, they're going to blow up. I think that's bad, or it's a glitch. Should we see what happens? Normally you see your blue line shooting through the thing, and that'll happen. Um, oh, there's no place for the energy to go. That's what's happening, I bet. Let's cook some of this. Alright, so that is good to know as well. If your engines are running, these machines actually don't draw energy if there's nothing to do. So, as you can see, this one, it's using 2. It's got, it's stored as much as it can. This one is using 0, and it's already got everything stored. So it actually shuts off automatically. These engines, if you look at this thing right here, how much energy they store. If you have it hooked up a certain way, not to a conductive pipe, but if you have it hooked up like the redstone engines are hooked up to the pump, this number will climb until the engines overheat. That thing, I think that is the buildcraft pipes actually building up energy, and I don't know if that happens in SMP, but it obviously happens in single player. So watch out for that, because your pipes will blow up, and I don't know if it's a powerful enough explosion to actually take out the machinery, but I don't want to have to recraft that, so I'm not going to let it go. So be aware of that. These actually do have a redstone control, and you can tell it to, it'll run without a signal or with a signal, or it will ignore redstone. So apparently I'm not going to leave those running all the time. I'm just going to have to let them heat up whenever I need them. The good thing is, like a peat engine, when the thing starts burning, like in a furnace, if I don't have any coal on me, but you know how the thing starts burning if you cook a piece of pork and it keeps burning? Well, if you do that with your peat engine and turn it off, I think you lose all that power. These engines, that's not the case. So that is something to keep in mind when you're running these things, because that could be really bad. So I think that'll do it for now. Like I said, I have a couple of days in between when I'm going to, post this video and record the next video. So I'm going to try to do a bunch of mining and get some iron. And then in the next episode, we'll make the rolling machine and we'll set up the tank. Even though I've already done like a little tutorial on that, we'll do it anyway. And I'll just leave this here for now. And actually, I'll probably turn it off, because it's not going to do us any good like that. So as always, questions, comments, suggestions, etc., please leave them down below. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.